Hello everyone! Welcome back to Gigi's Magic Mailbox. I'm so glad you're here. Did you hear that? You know what that means. Let's see what the Magic Mailbox brought us.
She takes out a magnifying glass.
Oh, I think it's giving us a clue this time. Do you know what this is? It's a magnifying glass, so you can do maybe some detective work. Well, let's see what else is in there. Look, Hattie Harmony Worry Detective. Maybe she's going to use one of these. What do you think? Well, this is such a great story, and you won't believe what happens in the end. Hattie is so helpful to her friends, but then Hattie has a small problem too. Well, if you have your own copy, go grab it, and you can read along with me. All right, let's get started.
Hattie Harmony Worry Detective. Written by Elizabeth Olsen and Robbie Arnett. Illustrated by Marissa Valdez. The first day of school had finally arrived. Some kids were excited and a little worried. Luckily, Wildwood Elementary had Hattie Harmony Worry Detective. Hattie had many tools up her sleeve, and she was ready to get to work. Hattie Harmony Worry Detective, how can I solve your worries today? Hattie, it's Pearl Peppercorn. I'm terribly worried about my first day of school. I have nervous butterflies flying all around my belly. What if no one plays with me at recess? What if I don't make any new friends?
Pearl is a porcupine.
Hattie put on her trusty Worry Detective tool belt. Don't you worry, she said. Meet me at the flagpole in front of the school. I'll be there just as soon as you can say, "Worry, worry, go away. There's no time for you today." It sounded like a case of the first day jitters. As soon as she saw Pearl, Hattie pulled out 2 big nets. Hattie gave one net to Pearl and kept the other for herself. Pearl was confused. "The butterflies aren't outside," Pearl said. "They're inside my belly." But Hattie was already swinging her net. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. The butterflies danced with the birds, boogied with the bees, slept in the grass, and even climbed up the trees. Pearl and Hattie were having so much fun catching and releasing the butterflies that suddenly Pearl realized, "Wait a minute," Pearl said as she rubbed her belly. "I don't feel the butterflies anymore. Hooray!" "That's right," said Hattie. "If we focus on our movement and try to live in the moment, our worries can fly away."
There's our favorite sound. Let's see what's in the Magic Mailbox. Oh, a counting worksheet. This will be fun, and notice that it has butterflies. Poor Pearl, she had butterflies all in her stomach, didn't she? Because of the first day of school, sometimes that can give your stomach the jitters, can't it? Well, let's see if we can count these together. We'll start with the bees. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bees. Good job. All right, let's do the worms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 worms. Great job. Okay, let's do the snails now. 1, 2, 3, 4 snails. Great job. Okay, let's do the butterflies. They're so pretty, aren't they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 butterflies. Good job. And the last one, the ladybugs. One of my daughter's all-time favorites. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ladybugs. ladybugs. That was fun, but let's get back to the story now.
With Hattie's help, Pearl was now ready to start her first day of school. "Thank you, Hattie Harmony," Pearl said. The school bell rang. Just as soon as Hattie sat down at her table, her friend Seymour Swiggletooth scooted right next to her. "Psst, Hattie, I don't know what I'll do if Mrs. Rivers calls on me," whispered Seymour. "What if I don't know the answer? What if I have to stand up in front of the whole entire class? Oh, Hattie, my legs feel like Jell-O." "Don't you worry," Hattie said. "I'll find the right tool just as soon as you can say, 'Worry, worry, go away. There's no time for you today.'" Hattie searched her trusty Worry Detective tool belt. Aha! She knew just what she needed to solve the case. In a flash, she pulled out one of her favorite tools, Squishy Ball. "What? This is an emergency," Seymour squealed. "I don't have any time to play with a ball." "Oh, but this ball is special," said Hattie. "Go ahead, give it a squeeze." Seymour squeezed, and he squeezed, and he squeezed. "It's working," Seymour cheered. "I don't feel so tense. But how did you do it?" "You did it," Hattie said. "By tensing other muscles and squeezing Squishy Ball, you told your worried mind to relax and take a break." "Thank you, Hattie. Now I'm ready to raise my hand in class," said Seymour. "Can I keep it?" "It's yours," Hattie said.
There's that magical sound. Let's see what's in the magic mailbox.
Some small colored balls.
Oh, these are little squishies. Poor Seymour. He was so afraid of getting called on in class, and what if he didn't know the answer? Or what if he had to stand up in front of everybody? He was so nervous. And what did Hattie do? She gave him a squishy ball like these. These are squishy. You can squeeze these and they release tension. A lot of people have great big squeeze balls, but these are little tiny ones, aren't they? They're so cute. Here's a little blue one. But this is a whole package of squishies. Well, these probably would have helped Seymour too, wouldn't they? Well, let's see who else Hattie helps in the story.
Recess was finally here. Hattie and Pearl played one of their favorite games, tag. Hattie chased Pearl through the playground, around the swings and up the slide. Zoom, zoom, zoom. "Come and get me," Pearl shouted. But Hattie was worried. She had never climbed to the top of the big slide before. What if I slide too fast? Or what if I fall off? What if I don't like it? Hattie asked. "Hattie, you're the bravest person I know. You can do anything." "Brave people don't always feel brave inside," Hattie whispered. "I feel scared." Hattie searched her tool belt. In a flash, she pulled out Miss Mirror. Hattie saw fear in her eyes, but then she smiled and said to herself, "I'm scared, but I can do it." "Worry, worry, go away. There's no time for you today." "Hattie, you did it," Pearl cheered. "You conquered your fear." Even Hattie sometimes needed a reminder that having courage means facing our fears and pushing through them.
You know what that means. Let's see what's in the magic mailbox. Oh, a mirror. Just like Hattie, she looked in the mirror and she saw a scared little girl, didn't she? But she said, "You know what? I can do it." And she did, didn't she? She went right down that slide. She was so brave. Well, you can look in the mirror and do the same thing. Look right in there and say, you know what? I can do it. And I bet you can. Well, let's see what else happens in the story.
The first day of school had come to an end. Duncan Delmar panicked as all the buses arrived at the pickup zone. There were so many. A bus over here, a bus over there, a bus over here, a bus over there. Help! I can't remember which is mine. My heart is racing. How will I ever get home? Said Duncan. Don't worry, said Hattie. We'll find your bus just as soon as you can say, "Worry, worry, go away. There's no time for you today." Hattie searched through her trusty Worry Detective tool belt. She searched and searched, but then she realized, we don't need anything from my tool belt. We already have everything we need. We do? Asked Duncan. You bet we do. One of our greatest tools is something we do all the time without even thinking about it. We breathe. Hattie shut her eyes and slowly breathed in through her nose. 1, 2, 3. And slowly breathed out through her mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you try, Hattie said to Duncan. Duncan breathed in. 1, 2, 3. Duncan breathed out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, those breaths made my heart slow down. I can think more clearly now, said Duncan. And look, there's my bus. When we take a moment to breathe in and breathe out, we can slow down all of the racing thoughts in our mind, Hattie said.
There's our favorite sound. Let's see what's in the Magic Mailbox. Aw, school bus. This is a cute one, too. Poor Duncan. He was so flustered, he forgot his school bus number. Well, you won't believe this, but one of my daughters forgot her school bus number, too, one day. And she wasn't real little. She was like in middle school when she forgot her school bus. So it can happen to anyone. You just get a little overwhelmed and you see all those buses lined up. But Hattie sure did help him out, didn't she? Well, let's see what else happens in the story.
The first day of school was a blast, Pearl exclaimed. We learned so much, Hattie said. Sometimes our worries can seem bigger than they really are. But as long as we remember that our minds are very, very powerful, and now that we have the tools to practice, we can conquer anything. Oh, and one more thing, Hattie smiled. If you ever need me, you can always call your friend. Hattie Harmony Worry Detective. The end.
Thank you for joining me today to read Hattie Harmony Worry Detective. I like how she helped all of her friends and herself, didn't she? She had all the tools she needed to make all those worries go away. Well, I hope you enjoyed the story, and make sure you check back because I've got some great stories coming up. I'll see you soon.
Accessibility provided by the U.S. Department of Education.